Hi everyone. I'm just going to give you a little update today. Middle of June, running toward the end of June actually. And I kind of wanted to give a little update on how everything's looking. I have some time here by myself, so it's hard to do things when I don't have time to myself. Love my time to myself. So anyways, we've had no rain, so all I do is water, and then I go inside before it gets too hot, and it's starting to get hot now. So I haven't watered this yet today, so you can see like leaves starting to curl. But the tomatoes, having a little trouble with the cucumbers. They're not looking great because those cucumber beetles started, and I just go through every morning. I don't know if you guys get cucumber beetles. They're the yellow and black stripy little beetles. And if you move the plants, they'll go right into the dirt. So I just find them every morning and I squish them with my fingers. And that seems to really, I mean, if you have rows and rows and rows of cucumbers, that's probably not going to be the most efficient way. But I have time, so I'm starting to get tendrils on my cucumbers. And over here, the tomatoes are starting to get huge. So my next video, I'm going to do a couple. My next video, the next two videos are going to be tying up, stringing up the tomatoes. And then the other one will be pruning. So, because these are all ready to be pruned. I haven't done any pruning. Look at the tomatoes on that. That is a yellow grape tomato. I'm so excited about that one. So also I wanted to update you on this no dig bed. Now both of these beds, this is where I've always had my gardens, and these have been no-till beds for about 5 years. But I put a really thick layer of mulch on this one this year. This one here. And I planted directly the same, probably the same week I started to plant. The garlic was already here, so that's why it's got a different color mulch on it. That's got wood chips. The rest of it has compost. And I did plant in between the rows of garlic. I planted carrots because it's been weed free. So there's carrots coming up right there. So far it's been pretty weed free. There's a little bit of grass coming up, but not a big deal. So this is the garden that I'm thinking about now. I didn't have any compost left, so I started, and it's getting, I have to mow this grass, I know. We're not going to focus on that today. So the only thing that I really had in abundance was grass clippings from mowing the lawn and mowing these paths and stuff. Now this here, right next to this log, was a pathway. So that's never been really used for garden. This little section here, it's always been a pathway. But I figured I would just, because I'm walking on it anyways. So this is just cardboard laid down on grass with about, probably was about 4 inches of grass clippings laid over the top. There have been a few weeds coming through, but I'll just take a little piece of cardboard and push that back down and then put it back in. So I wasn't sure how things would work in here because this is the first. I just planted, the only thing I've planted is this marigold, and it's doing fine in this hay. Now I dig down in, this is a tomato that was it was almost dead. Like, it was just dead. And so I thought, oh, I'm not going to be able to plant in this year. But look at how it's coming back. I don't know what happened. Then I planted some black turtle beans here, and I planted this right in just the grass clippings. Got a small row. Not all of them came up because I think they got dried out. But really, this is just an experiment, and it doesn't look great. Like, it doesn't look as nice as the mulch compost, but it's really just an experiment of what you can do with what you have. So these are coming up, and they're doing great. They've only been up for about 4 days or so, maybe. And you can see I did dig down in through the I dug down through the cardboard and into the dirt, and I put these in, and they're starting to flower. So these are my Roma tomatoes for sauce. And as you can see, the wettest parts are going to break down. So look at underneath. This cardboard has started to break down because it stayed moist down there. And I'm watering this, and it just seems to not keep the moisture because the grass is so thick. But it looks like in some spots it's where it stays, and then the worms are eating up the cardboard. So I'm just going to keep mulching this, keep this down. By next year's planting season, it will be ready, and maybe I'll put some compost on top of this or some more mulch. But this is basically the Ruth Stout method, but it's cardboard starting from this. This is what it was. Now, I mowed it down, but this is what it was before I put the cardboard down. It was grass and wild stuff. So that's what it was. And now it's going to be garden space. So that's an easy way to add lots and lots of square footage to your garden. No dig. So I will keep you updated on that. I just wanted to give you a little bit of a